I'm Rowan. I am an agricultural contractor, so glorified farmer effectively, paid to do the jobs that a lot of farmers don't want to do. Travelling around in big tractors all over the country. Yeah, I get very lonely, to be fair. Long hours over the summer, in the tractor often for 18, 20 hours a day, for weeks and weeks on end, so it does get very, very isolating. Farmers, as a lot of people have made very aware, are very at risk mental health wise. A lot of male suicides and suicides in general come from farmers. We're in the fields by ourselves for a very long time, all through the year. Long hours, late nights, early mornings, it just plays on your mind. You get to overthinking and yeah, it just never ends well. I've been interested in cars for a long time. Probably from my uncle and my grandfather, both of whom rally drivers. But yeah, they're a big part of having freedom and getting out and seeing the world, if you know what I mean, even though in a local area. But yeah, besides this, I've had all sorts, little Fiestas. I've got a Mazda MX-5, various other things over the years.
And me and Rowan have been friends now for over 10 years. We both got our first cars together around about the same time at school. They're the one thing in our lives that always managed to help us escape from whatever's going on. Cars provide us with something for us to channel our energy into. We fix them and they fix us.
I'd say it did come into my life at a good time for me, purely because I was starting to not care what other people thought about me, and it was just a big part of that. Yeah, it was my first car that I bought, this one, and it's been with me ever since. Why Land Rover? Because it's the best. Everyone says they're the best 4x4 by far, and it just is what it is. It's very honest, it's very simple, it's easy to fix, which is a very important thing. And yeah, I've loved them for a very, very long time. I had a little model of one when I was a child, and yeah, ever since I sat in one, I wanted one because they're just brilliant. Oh, this thing's been through many thousands of pounds worth of modifications and fixings and all sorts. It's had a new galvanised chassis because these things rot out underneath. Wheels and tyres, suspension, rebuilt axles, hardened drive shaft, as well as fancy-ish paintwork. Waterproofing the engine, and it's had various modifications done with the engine to tune it up a bit. And a big exhaust, because everyone wants a big exhaust. How did I break it? Oh, many things. Well, first big one was I went off-roading and the winch died, and I was sunk up to about here in muddy water. It was about like 2 foot off the floor in the cab, and that was what resulted in the full chassis up rebuild. If you're struggling and you've got a car, just personalise it, make it yours. Little things, just wheels or stickers or stuff like that, because it just makes it personal to you, and then you can be proud of it, and then it gives you something you can channel your energy into. This has helped me over the years. It's been a very constant, it's been a constant. It's never not been there. It's never massively let me down, but it just helps with everything. I've said to people over the years, if ever I'm in a bad way, or I'm in a bad mood, or someone's annoyed me or something like that, I get in here and about 5 minutes driving it, I've got a big smile on my face. It's just an escape into something that you know. Cars are definitely not lumps of metal. They unleash so much personality. I've had this for 4 years now, and it's part of me now. It's not just 4 wheels and a big ass engine. It's so much more than that. It feeds back, and when you drive it, it's an extension of yourself. You project yourself onto it, and it projects itself back onto you. I don't honestly know what I'd do without it. It doesn't bear to think about. If I didn't have it, I'd probably still have a Land Rover because they're just brilliant. But it would just be different. I'd just have another Land Rover, I think.